Hey friends, this is Tarek from Dark Force Audio and this is the walkthrough, and let us check out what you get when you download Subversion. So here is your instruments. It's 83 of them, and almost every instrument here is multi-layered except for some of the elements and the toolboxes. So let us listen to an instrument. Let us take a random one like this number 32 and listen how it sounds. A really nice tip for this library is to use your sustain pedal and just press several notes and see what happens. As you can see here, it's really nice to have some controls of the volume to the layers. So this is a nice feature if you're looking for something in the instrument. Like you could solo it if you want to and see if it was that layer that you were looking for. So this is a great way if you don't want to have a super busy sound and you just want to pinpoint the sound that you're looking for. And I really like this feature because the other sounds are still playing underneath like a console. So as you can hear, everything is still playing when I solo and unsolo it. And someone was asking if you can swap layers in an instrument, and you can't do it. You can't swap the layers inside the instrument. But you can mute, solo, adjust the volumes, but you can't swap. So let's get back to this. So all of these knobs that you can see, mute buttons, solo buttons, and power buttons, are already set up for automation. So if I press right and do this, you see what happens here. And I'm still pressing my sustain pedal. So let us undo that and let us load another instrument. So this instrument has 4 layers, and as we can see, it's a little thunder in there. So let's take a listen to this one. And now when I'm raising my mod wheel, you can hear the wind get louder and softer. So you can really express your instrument here. Alright, let's lower this. So this is the EQ section. You have control over the low, mids and highs, and when you change the EQ it doesn't affect the boom. So all these effects does not affect the boom. So let us play the boom here. So if we change the mids here, that wouldn't have affected the boom. And then you have a high pass and low pass filter here. So if you drag it up, you get the high pass. And let us raise this one. And let's add some notes. Drag this down a bit. So now I have this high pass filter when I drag this up. And I play the boom. You don't get affected. Or it doesn't get affected by it. Or with the saturation. So I could do like a really textural ambient thing here. Pressing some more notes. But you can still have this boom and perform. And just add drama to it. So that's a really cool feature that I like. Let's just take another patch. Oh, yeah. Let's just take cello. So it can be very loud and very soft. That is what Subversion is all about. Like, you can get these really small sounds and you can also get very large sounds. So I recorded also some bells. Here you have 6 layers. So let's see if I can just solo out this layer. Let us add the other flute. And this is just 2 layers from the 6. So if we add all of them, and let's start with the boom here. So this is some bells I recorded. Let's drag up the mod wheel. So if you think like, oh, the bells is too high, you can just go in there, drag it down, you know, and then play. See if it fits your mix better or your taste better. Or you can remove it if you want to and just get the other stuff. So that was a really nice instrument, and as you noticed, you can just stay on an instrument for a very long time and just explore it. So Subversion is the perfect instrument for your ambient scoring. It's not just pads and beautiful textures. You have some sick sounds here. So, for example, these Brams are really huge, and that's why we have colored them. Sometimes the layers overlap, so it's hard to say, oh, the winds go from here to here, and then the noise goes from there to there. It was hard because sometimes the winds go all the way down, you know. And but we've marked these and say, okay, guys, listen up. We have marked these for a reason, so try them out. I just hold the sustain pedal down. Still the same instrument. Yeah, so all these instruments have their own playing style. So just be patient and try and see what the keys does and hold down the sustain pedal, you know. So let us try this one, vocals in the void. Yeah, so in this instrument, you can see that we have a key here that is yellow, and since this is called vocals, so that is apparently a vocal. So let us try and play this instrument. So you see, this instrument is like a track of itself, and it's so nice to just jam on it. So let us try the cellos here. But you can play it on the whole keyboard. And these elements doesn't have the sub boom on the lowest A key. So let us try another one here. So this one I know has 2 layers. So it's the cello layer and then a marcato layer of the cello. So it's really expressive. So let us check out the toolbox menu here. So you can see that I have colored the booms purple, which is that is this layer, and the hits is orange, and the rises are kind of mint green, and the whooshes is blue. So because I have a boom sound on most of the multi patches, but you maybe just want to find your own boom and see which one you like. So that's why you have this FX menu where you have everything in like one kit. And then you can just go in on the boom menu if you want to. So if we listen to this one, So now you can perform your, I guess, trailer track or whatever. Then we have the Bram section over here. So this is just the Brams, or some of the Brams that you can play. And if you drag the mod wheel up, and the cool thing with this is that you can bend your own Brams, so you can go if you want to do that kind of sound design stuff. Let's just take a listen to some of these pulses. They have different characters, so you have a lot of content to play with and use. Let's just try this one. They are also recorded in 120 and they are tempo synced, so you can change your DAW tempo to whatever you want. And you have delay and reverb as well in here, so let us add some delay here. Let us try some other keys. So these are really cool. And if you want more filter, just press this one. And the cool thing with this library, you can just add another track and set this one to channel 1. And now we can start to blend. So let us press some random keys here and see where it takes us. those reverse stuff, I find them very useful. Let me just remove some delay here and let us press some other keys and just listen to them. So let us duplicate this track. And let me go and let me remove these two. And let us add, just for it, because I have no idea how this sounds, okay? So let us do these. So we're gonna go and do, let us press some random notes as we did. Oh, and let me bring up this one. So that is the pulses, and this is it's an ominous cave. Okay, so let me try this one. Let us go to the next track. I'm holding down my sustain pedal. I have to show you some choir and some guitars. So okay, we're on this one. So I've recorded a 60-piece choir, and it sounds really great. So this is called Bram choir. I don't know, I didn't know what else to call it because it's a choir in the Bram. And you see, it's full spec with other stuff. So you know, if you play it up here, you have really high ambient stuff going on. So that's a really cool patch. There is another patch I have to show you, which is the guitars. So it's only like 2 guitar patches in this library. So I recorded my ESP guitar. So that is really cool. Like when you press these braams over here, and then when you start to raise the mod wheel, and when you have it on full, we present the hits and stuff like that. Actually, there is one more thing I want to show you. I hope this works now. So if we remove all of these. So if we go to, let me do Contact 7. This library is made for Contact 6, the latest version, which is 6.7.1, I think. So the cool thing with Subversion and, you know, the patch list is that in Contact 7 and in Contact Player, you get all the patches like this. So it doesn't matter if you go to like another library, you will have all kinds of patches, you know. You can scroll through them like this. So when you go to Subversion and you click it, you can hear previews. That is super loud. So now you can go like, and you don't even have to change the patch to hear how it sounds. So we could go, oh, that's a cool one. And these previews are really cool. Okay, I like this one, so let us try this one. So we had some synth stuff going on here. And now I'm playing this in Contact 7. We was in Contact 6 earlier. So now we go really reverby and ambient. And the cool thing was the boom wasn't affected. So we can change the character of the sound so easy, just within the library. Add a bit of saturation. In the saturation section, you also have a high cut, like, let us make this one dry. So in the saturation, so we're playing this note, and maybe it gets really, really bright. You have like a little toner here that you can fade on the saturation so it doesn't get too annoying in the frequencies. So that's a really nice feature as well. And in the delay section you can change the time, the feedback, diffusion size, and the mod. So this is the replica algorithm within Kontakt. So these pulses is recorded in 120. But they change when you change your DAW, so they are in time machine mode. So let us take a listen to these. You have a delay button here. You can change some settings for the delay here. You have saturation if you want that little extra crisp. And you have a reverb here as well. And this is a impulse reverb that I've recorded for this library, which sounds really cool. So this sound could be really drony if you want to. So if we listen to some other keys here. And we add some reverb. We could make it really atmospheric. So I think I went through most of the things in this walkthrough. I really hope you like what you've heard. I will do another video where I just play some patches and don't talk. So thank you for this one.